to see small businesses, locally owned businesses thrive during this time. So we know it's a tough time economically. There's a lot of uncertainty. There are a lot of people who are concerned about the future, but we know that the local exchange of goods and services is the backbone of bringing flourishing, and a healthy economy helps us all to get ahead. And so we just sat down with some friends and came up with the idea for this initiative, campaign, program, / whatever else Tara wants to call it on any given day. But that's who I am, and that's what we're doing. Colt, you want to jump in?
Yeah. Now that my audio is all good to go, and I apologize if that was me. But no, it was kind of one day. I come from a background where, my dad started a business when I was real young, and we've been through all the hard times that has to do with owning a small business. And I remember many times the heartache and the tears and the frustration that comes with owning a small business, and how that impacts family and how that impacts friends and even a marriage. And so sitting down one day, when this pandemic happened, it kind of just hit my heart and was like, look, there's going to be businesses that are going to go through that. What can we do to help? And so one big thing that we want to just kind of love on is the publicity and the marketing side. Sean's very good at what he does with his marketing and the publicity, and my team and myself and the crew that's involved is really good at what they're doing with the publicity and marketing. And, we wanted to share that with everybody that needed it.
Great. And so your idea coming to fruition looks like what? What were you thinking would be a great way to help the businesses, local businesses?
Yeah, well, the first was to create a brand that we could kind of develop as a rallying cry, which is We Are Puyallup. So you can go to wearepuyallup.com. You can go to Facebook. We're on Twitter. I think we're on Instagram too. But hashtagging We Are Puyallup and being able to say that we're in this together, like we're linking arms. We want to have an identity that solidifies local consumers, local businesses, and says, we're going to get through this. And we're doing that through a number of mediums. So obviously online, social media, but we're also developing videos. Colt's done a great job working with Carlos Camargo. Carlos is doing a phenomenal job producing videos for some of our small businesses. We're just doing like probably 90-second promos to be able to explain to people a little bit what's going on behind the scenes as we transition away from traditional brick and mortar restaurants or traditional lobbies where people sit down. And we're giving a bird's eye view to what it looks like to walk into one of these businesses, online ordering or to go or delivery services. And we're just helping to promote, our local businesses through those. And then also working with Craig over at Impressive Signs and Design. Did I say that right? Is that the right plurals?
Impressive Sign and Display.
Display. Okay. Sorry. And no plural. So just sign and display. One sign, one display. Okay.
That's it. We just one-stop shop.
So Craig's been gracious in donating a lot of design time to help us to put together some A-boards. And we hope to start to brand that with those businesses that want to be identified with We Are Puyallup, who are open, who are looking for consumers driving by or otherwise that want to say, hey, here's a place that maybe you can't go into your local restaurant and sit down anymore, but you can stop by curbside delivery, whatever it is. And we just want to put those A-boards out there and get the word out that We Are Puyallup. We're in this together. We're going to get through it.
Excellent. So let's roll over to Craig. So Sean reached out to the chamber. Again, just great collaborators that Puyallup is, brought us on board. And so we too are trying to promote this great message. Tapped him into Craig Sorensen to create these signs, who's been very generous with his time and at cost offering us some money that was raised through We Are Puyallup to initially fund these signs so that local business would be able to borrow those and then have their own insert sign displayed inside the A-frame. So Craig, why don't you talk a little bit about your role with all of that?
Well, we've secured 24 A-boards with the funding that you provided. They're ready to go. And what we'll do is provide complete design services for any local business that wants to benefit from this opportunity. So each sign consists of 2 panels that are 24 by 36 inches. They will include the We Are Puyallup logo and the Chamber of Commerce logo, but then any other message that would be appropriate for your business can be applied to this. We'll provide all of the design services. We'll create the sign panels, and we will even deliver the signs to your place of business. and it's difficult for us to presuppose what businesses may be most appropriate for this. Obviously, restaurants are, but I'm thinking other ones that are abiding by the ruling, the governor's ruling, that may be able to still provide some services. I was just thinking, for example, that the dry cleaners, if they could possibly operate, maybe they could offer concierge or curbside service. So maybe they can get in there and kick it in. People can drop their laundry off. That was just one, but it would be nice just to get the message out for all of us as chamber members, if we can get the word out to any other fellow business people, so to let them know that this opportunity is available, and we're Johnny on the spot to provide those services of design and getting those sign panels. We already got one order from Elements, so we're going to be implementing that today and delivering that sign to them probably today.
Great. And something you mentioned too, it's really important to mention, Chamber has just jumped aboard on this movement, but this is not a Chamber member exclusive. This is, we are Puyallup together. We're putting this out on Facebook Live, hoping it'll capture a bigger audience than our membership.
Yeah.
And essentially, what at this point, the money that was raised does fund the videos that are being made. It does fund the actual A-frames, which are the majority of the expense. But at this time, it is only $50 cost to a business to take advantage of custom design, two-sided signs that Craig will work just directly with you. And again, you're getting so much more than that just by advertising that your business is open and have this wonderful sign you'll be able to have. So.
Yeah, and I'll just add on to that for the businesses that are watching, or if you are watching this and know another business that needs something like this, it's very important that you get them involved. You know, during this time, if you were to come to my family and ask, my family tends to not ask for help. But if you went out to them and brought this to them and said, hey, here's a great opportunity, it may make a difference for a lot of people. I know just discussing with the people that are involved, we've been able to help tremendously. Not when I say we, it's not me and Sean, it's we as a group. It's we as We Are Puyallup, the group page and the Facebook page. We've been able to make a lot of impact moving as one big unit. And so if you're a company looking at this, get involved, whether it's with the chambers or with us, one way or another, just get involved with this because it doesn't work unless you do. So just wanted to add that on.
Perfect. So if you are a business listening right now, then what your call to action is, you know, just to get straight to the point, would be to contact Craig. And Craig, what's the best way to reach out to you to get this process started so they could have signs in the next day or two?
Well, certainly probably the most efficient way would be to call us at 253-445-5146, or you can visit our website, impressivesignanddisplay.com. That would be it.
Great. And you have an email?
I should also mention that, pardon me?
Oh, your email?
Yes, impressivesigns@gmail.com.
Impressivesigns@gmail. Okay.
I was also going to mention that aside from just the sandwich boards, we're going to offer all of our services at a 10% discount during this time. So if anybody needs anything else in the way of signage, we're happy to help.
Yeah, like Colt was talking about earlier before we got on the line, there's so many businesses that are pivoting. And so you may need to add a different branding, different marketing to message who and what you're doing at this time. So that's generous of you to make that offering, Craig.
Yeah, and we'd love to help too, just by having everybody go to wearepuyallup.com and put your email and contact information in there, and we will keep you in the loop, especially as businesses reopen, as there are changes to businesses that happen. We would love to keep you posted and keep you right as informed as we become of any other businesses that are changing in our community.
Yeah, Sean, you were mentioning, you said it so well that I'm going to see if you can resurrect that again. The idea of small business is going to be more relevant than it has ever been, in our opinion. You want to shed some light on that?
Yeah, this was a conversation we had right before we went live, and we've had this long, slow slide into a global economy, really squeezed out a lot of locally owned, providers of goods and services, and local businesses are the backbone of our community. And locally owned is so critical because if we don't have the exchange of goods and services happening locally, then we lose all control, right? So if we're dependent upon all of our manufacturing from one country somewhere around the world, and they stop supplying us, we get cut off. We have nothing left to supply our needs. And so, you know, it used to be the normal to buy from people who made things, who served you, who, you know, owned the businesses, owned the land, and were in your neighborhood. And that's not the way that we got to where we are in 2020. And so my hope, and I didn't really say this earlier, but my real hope behind this is that this brings a very salient awareness to a lot of people who might have otherwise gone shopping at one of the international corporations and will now say, I'm going to go shop local. I'm going to go to my local restaurants. I'm going to go to my local retailers. I'm going to go to my local service providers. And I'm going to go, you know, face to face with the business owner, and I'll actually get to know them and exchanging goods and services that way. It's the only way that we bring flourishing. We don't know what an economy looks like when the long-term sustainability is put into the hands of a few people. And personally, this is important to me for agriculture. I married into a farming family. I've watched how our food trends have changed. We are so dependent upon a few people feeding the world that is unsustainable. We need local farms. We need local commerce. So that's my push.
I love it, because that's a great push. It's dead on, man.
I like it. I like it. Well, there's a lot of great things happening in Puyallup, and you know, certainly some silver linings, also some great difficulties. It definitely breaks our heart to see, you know, a lot of hard work, sweat and tears going into opening these businesses only to be kind of forced into this situation. So I see a lot of folks helping and lending out, you know, helping hand. This is one more way to do it. So do please get in contact with Craig. Go visit We Are Puyallup. Give us your email. Stay connected. Anything else to add, you guys?
Yeah, I haven't been around as nearly as long as most of you have, but you know, the thing is that I haven't seen a chambers or I don't know what you would call a chambers. For those of you who know me, I'm not involved at all, or try not to be involved with anything that has to do with a chamber or any kind of club or group. Chambers is actually the first one that I've joined or have joined. And I just want to say the leadership that you guys have with the chambers is extraordinary. And I appreciate everything you're doing. I don't know you at all. I've talked to you maybe 5 times, but I've seen a lot of things that you've been doing. Whether my words means anything at all, I just think that what you guys are doing is great. And I applaud the chambers and the program and the people involved with what you're doing. So.
That's kind and very touching. Thank you.
Yeah. And my eyes are watering, if you can see that.
Mine too. I really appreciate it.
But and I do cry at everything, but this is very cool what you're doing. So
I concur.
Yeah.
Doing a great job.
Well,
Yeah. Thank you, Tara.
People know I'm in my dream job, and I'm very fortunate to be here. So thank you all very much. We appreciate all that you're doing. Thanks for letting us piggyback on this great initiative, movement, campaign. All right, guys, you guys are all awesome. We hope to have 24 signs up by next week. So please call us and let's get this process rolling.
Cool.
Done. Boom.
All right. Take care.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.